All right. Hello, everyone. Not if you can hear me. Excellent. All right. Well, good morning and welcome to Morning Mindfulness. It's so wonderful to be here in the galleries with you, even if it is virtually. I hope you can join us again next Thursday for yoga in the galleries with 5 Points Yoga at 3. That's also going to be a Zoom meeting. And then on April 17th for Morning Mindfulness again, when we'll be joined by Gale. I know that Zoom is a new tool for many of us, so I wanted to share a few reminders before we get started. Please remember to keep your mic muted, and if you feel comfortable doing so, allow the video to stream. It helps us all feel a little more connected, I think. So at the end of the practice, please feel free to share reflections or questions through chat. Jerry will invite that at the end of the practice. And I also wanted to take a moment to let y'all know that Jerry and I are the only folks in the museum right now, aside from security. And we've been following all of the recommended precautions and maintaining a safe distance of over 6 feet. So we're safe. The exhibition we'll be spending time with today is called Comfort Tiffany, Treasures from the Driehaus Collection. And this exhibition focuses on Tiffany's stained glass windows, floral vases, lamps, and accessories, and features works of art from the Richard H. Driehaus Collection. There is an excellent tour of the exhibition online, and you can go to the museum's website to see that. During this difficult time, nature can be a source of peace and inspiration. I know it has been for me. And Tiffany has said that nature is always beautiful. He sketched directly from nature, and for his glass designs, he sometimes experimented with arrangements by laying out or photographing flowers. In other instances, he used pebbles in a stained glass landscape window or integrated real shells to form the base of a lamp. For Tiffany, nature's infinite beauty never disappointed. I'd like to introduce our instructor for today. Dr. Gale is a professor of human development and family science and has over 40 years experience with meditation. He helped start Morning Mindfulness years ago, and it's always great to spend time with him in the galleries. So please help me welcome Jerry. And Jerry, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Sage. I'm going to hope and trust that the sound is good and you can all hear me well.
If you can hear Jerry, please nod. I'll move this closer.
Okay. The practice this morning that I want to lead is about social well-being. And I want to use the work of Tiffany, Tiffany, as a model and metaphor. And we're also going to be doing a practice called Beholding, which I'll talk about in a moment. The sequence in the time that we have this morning is that I'm going to begin by talking a little bit about Tiffany's work that's over my left shoulder. Then I'm going to do a multiple body scan.
I'll explain what that means momentarily. And then lead you into practices of beholding with the work. Beholding is a type of meditation practice in which one engages with artwork, though it can be any aspect of life that one engages with, to really be one with that item, that object. So for today, it's going to be with this work of Tiffany of the trees, the water, the vegetation, and the mirror around it, and to really engage with that. Beholding is a way of being present with that piece of work. Observe it from different points of view. So you can be observing it from wherever you're sitting, wherever you're resting right now on the monitor. And you can also imagine yourself in the piece of work. So for example, you can imagine that you're next to the water or by one of the trees, looking out at the world from within the setting, or looking from within that setting. You can also imagine this piece of work from different points of time. Tiffany did a lot of his work in the late 1800s, early 1900s. So it may be possible to imagine yourself in that era when Tiffany was doing this work. And I also want to acknowledge that a lot of work of Louis Tiffany was actually done by many women. This is part of the history that we know, but what has not been really acknowledged well, that he had a studio of many single women doing the work, even helping design the work. So I don't know about this particular piece necessarily, but many women have been involved in the creation of the works that we now know as the Tiffany Collection. So my practice again today is dedicated to social well-being, social connection. And I do that because we hear so much about social distancing, which is important for our physical well-being. But it's also important to have connection. So the people around us, our friends, our families, those who are close, those who are far. How do we maintain closeness? And I'm going to use his work as an example to talk about that. One of Tiffany's innovations of stained glass work was using layers of glass to create a translucence, a different way of seeing, experiencing light. He also used natural objects, stones, things that sometimes were discarded, and would use that in the work itself. So there are stones in here on the sides that he used in this work. But I want to invite people to pay attention to the translucence of this. There are layers of glass in this scene. He's actually painting with glass. And to consider that as the metaphors, I now invite you to attend to your own body, your own embodiment. So finding a comfortable position wherever you may be right now, in a chair, on the floor, on a couch, perhaps even in bed, wherever you may be, resting your body. Take a moment, breathing, and just becoming aware of how your body is right now. The skin, your muscles, how your back feels in whatever position you're holding your body. Feeling the air as you breathe in with the inhalation and the release of the exhalation. Noticing your heart, perhaps feeling or attending to the circulation of the blood through your body and the air that circulates through the body. And if you notice any blockages, stressors, tensions, inviting your breath to breathe in wherever you feel any stress or blockage of the energy in your body, to open, to release, to let go. And we have not only our physical body, we have our discursive or thinking body. Attending to how your thoughts are moving. How at times they may hear and listen to my words. At other times they go off on their own. And it's not about trying to corral them like cats, but noticing your thoughts. Attending perhaps to the space between a thought. And there is a translucence of our physical body and our discursive body. And invite you to use your own skillful means to attend to that openness of space, the translucence of the physical, the discursive thoughts, as well as to our emotional body. Noticing how emotions play out, perhaps different emotions, different locations. And again, being aware, inviting openness, space, translucence. Finding a rhythm of breath. Your own cycle, rhythm of inhalation, exhalation. And attending to our energetic body. Perhaps tired in parts, perhaps more vital in other parts. And how the energy flows, moves through your body. From your toes to your foot, through your legs, torso, arms and hands and fingers, to the crown of your head. Also translucent, so that all our bodies align, like in the work of Tiffany's, the many layers of glass, to bring out the vitality, the fullness of the light. And attending to the spiritual body, the part of us that gives us hope, purpose, value. That part of us that connects us to other people, to animals, to plants, to earth. Again, translucent, expansive space, unbounded, so that we can be connected, being with, and that distance is but an illusion. To feel that connection to grace, to your loved ones, wherever they may be, and even whenever they may have been. In a moment, I'm going to ask Sage to move the monitor closer to see only the work of Tiffany and to focus on the glass work of Tiffany's creation. I'm continuing to breathe and considering the practice today with skillful means, one of maintaining a sense of agency, but one that's not about a self-control, but more invitational to engage in noticing your own process. Notice how thoughts arise. Notice how Translucence is present in every aspect of our being. Noticing the translucence of the work by Tiffany. Your eyes can be open or closed, though I'm going to be talking as if your eyes are open and you're looking at the work. But feel free to do what your body calls upon you. Because it's important to listen to our whole ecological system. The physical, the emotional, the discursive, the energetic, the spiritual. As you look at the glasswork, notice where your eyes are drawn. Perhaps the tree, the water, the boundaries, the artwork. Considering how Tiffany used layers of glass to create the light, the texture, the ambience. Tiffany was creative in developing a whole new way of doing stained glass work. Using layering of glass, using glass as if to paint, using light, to invite the nature of nature. Meditation is both the practice of being inward and outward. At times, noticing your own process, how your thoughts move, your energy shifts. As you find your eyes moving, perhaps attracted to some spot, perhaps thoughts or sensations being evoked as you look at the images. Perhaps consider the world that Tiffany lived in when he created this piece of work, or perhaps the women who made it. What life may have been like 100 years ago. And how that history is still present in this moment, in this work of art. And how this piece of work, this artwork, might be seen by others in the future as that too is present in this moment. As people hear me talk now, others will hear my voice from a recording at another time. Considering how that translucent aspect of the artwork is a skill that we can employ in our own lives. To make translucent and open the space between us and our community of support in our lives. Inviting on a groundless ground what are called the immeasurable qualities of loving kindness, compassion, appreciative joy, and equanimity. In this weave of qualities of space, translucent, open, noticing skillful means for inviting compassion to yourself, compassion for the world. Loving kindness, the possibility of appreciative joy in each moment. And considering how Tiffany efforts were to create this appreciative joy in his work, or the women's work, whose names I do not know. And equanimity is the skillful means of being engaged and responsive without being involved in a personal self-outcome. For the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to be quiet. During that time, I will occasionally invite the sound of a bell, just to remind you to bring your observations back to your own processes and beholding Tiffany's work. I invite you to bring your awareness to your heart. And in concert with your breath, invite loving kindness, compassion to fill your heart space. And to expand that loving kindness, compassion into your whole being, like a nectar filling you. And like the works of Tiffany, layered in translucence. And as that heart fills with loving kindness, compassion, perhaps courage, to extend a thread from your heart to other people nearby or far away, to connect to their hearts, be it in Florida, Michigan, Brazil, Europe, California, Cambodia, China, wherever you have loved ones or people you just want to connect with, to extend your threads of compassion, loving kindness around the planet. To feel connection, the flow of love from within to out and out to within, crossing space, unbounded by walls. And to invite all aspects of your being, the emotional, the discursive, energetic, physical, and spiritual, all together translucent and shining bright. Through your breath, even extending healing qualities. To be safe, to be strong, to be compassionate. I give my appreciation to the museum and SAGE for hosting this event. And my appreciation to everyone watching now or at any future time. And my gratitude. And my best wishes to be safe, be strong, be appreciative. And if anyone has any comments they care to share to the group, I've asked Sage to read them, or questions as well. We're doing this for the first time, so let's see how that goes. Use the chat feature if we have anything you care to share or ask. Yes. No chats?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Again, my appreciation to everyone. I think we paused at just the right time with the sounds around us. Be well, be happy, and take care of yourselves.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining.